On the vlog today, we are going to do a cream of everything soup mix. So with comfort food season coming up, and holiday season, now it's time that you think about like casseroles and other dishes like that. And one of the main staples for most of those dishes, speaking of casseroles, is a cream of anything soup. So it could be a cream of chicken, cream of celery, cream of mushroom. You get the gist. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our own mix. This is going to be all clean ingredients, things that you know. It's also cost effective because we'll make enough in here to have for at least 6+ months. And the contents of this equals 9 cans of cream of anything mix. So once you make this, you're only using 1/3 of a cup in the recipe as needed, and that is an equivalent of a can of cream of whatever soup. You can add dried mushrooms to the soup to make it cream of mushroom. You can add chicken broth when you're putting the cream soup together, and you have cream of chicken. You can chop up celery. You can use dried mushrooms or dried celery, or fresh mushrooms, fresh celery. But you get what I'm saying. You can add your inclusions, but this is just the base, so that you always have that, and it's something that you have in your pantry for that's shelf stable. So we're going to start with 2 cups of dried milk powder. Now you don't have to get this brand. I will have it linked below. You can get dried milk from, I think, your grocery store. You can get it from Walmart. It really is where your preference is. So we're going to use 2 cups of this. And this is something really good to have in your pantry. Like, the uses for dried milk powder is endless. Okay, so that's 1 cup. Alright, so there we have our 2 cups of milk powder. And then we need 3/4 of a cup of cornstarch or arrowroot powder. And we're going to use arrowroot powder for this recipe. Use what you have. If you don't have arrowroot powder on hand, you can use cornstarch. Making a bit of a mess here. Alright, so we have that, the milk powder and the cornstarch. We need 3 tablespoons of minced onion. And then we need a teaspoon of basil, thyme, and garlic powder. So we need a teaspoon of thyme, teaspoon of basil, and half of a teaspoon of parsley. Actually, no, I need a teaspoon of parsley. I'm really, I could take or leave adding parsley to things. I don't think it adds much flavor. I think it's more for color effect, personally. So if that's what you're into, fine. What is this? If that's what you're into, fine. But it is what it is. So, okay, so we have the dry milk powder, we have arrowroot, we have minced onion, basil, thyme, parsley, garlic powder, black pepper. And it asks for a half a teaspoon, but we'll just have to eyeball it because I just have a grinder. If you have ground black pepper at home, you would use half a teaspoon for this recipe. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, so we put the lid on. Tighten it up. And then we give it a shake. Alright, and there you have it, your cream of everything soup mix. Now, what we can do, in the spirit of preserving, you can use a vacuum sealer. Put it on top. This is for this is a fit for a wide mouth. And it will vacuum seal your powder if you're making it for like future use. If it's something you're not going to use like right on hand, you can vacuum seal it. And I think this goes for like 90 seconds. But you can make your dry mixes, vacuum seal them, and they'll be shelf stable, like I said, for the 6+ months. You can get this as well on Amazon. This also comes with an attachment for regular mouth jars, as well as an attachment for plastic bags, for like freezer bags, so you can seal off to like preserve freshness. So that's something I'm going to play around with to try to find other ways of making food shelf stable, in addition to cost saving. And as I learn more about that, I will incorporate it in the videos to kind of bring you guys along on this process, because this journey has been very interesting so far. I've been loving it. I'm down 31 pounds, so I'm very excited about it. And yeah, just making healthy good food. Let's see where we're at. It said, oh, it says 88%. I think I restarted all over again. So anyway, this is the mix. I will have the recipe below as well as everything that I've used here linked. So let me know if you try it out. Okay, so here we go. This has passed the fingertip test. It's fully sealed and it's preserved. Put the ring on and it is now shelf stable. I'm gonna put a label on it so I can remember what mix this is. I intend to do a few more mixes and I will be showing you guys that in the coming months of some other mixes that you can use that's shelf stable, but it's also clean ingredients because you know what you put in this to be able to use for yourself and your families. I hope you enjoyed watching and I hope you have a great evening.